You're watching Women's Volleyball on ACC Network. Today from Central New York, we have two teams exceeding preseason expectations as 21st-ranked North Carolina visits the Syracuse Orange. Hi everyone, with Mike Lucia, I'm Michael Tricarico. Mike, North Carolina has only dropped 2 sets in ACC play, and Sophie Hampton is a big reason why. The junior leads the Tar Heels in points, kills, and hitting percentage.
Michael, she's a special player, that's for sure. I believe the crowd here at the Women's Building will see that, and I know the AVCA has eyes on her also, being named to the watch list. Take a look at her reach and her extension, and the ball goes straight to the ground almost every time.
Meanwhile, Syracuse's Gabriella McLaughlin might only be 5'8", but head coach Bakir Ganesharatnam says despite her height, McLaughlin can hang with the best hitters in the conference.
She's got all the shots, Michael. I'm sure they'll be on display tonight. She's a 6-rotation player, won't come off the court, front row or back row.
And now for today's keys to the game, let's go courtside to hear from the head coaches.
Well, we got to really focus on serving aggressively. We got to control the ball now, and then we want to make sure we spread the offense out so we don't overload on 1 or 2 attackers on our side.
Well, it always starts with first contact, so controlling the first ball, whether it's side-out situation or digging. Second key for us is play suffocating defense, whether they're taking a rip at it or we're pursuing tips or rolls, we need to play suffocating defense. And then thirdly, we want to capitalize in transition situations, get kills in transition. That's going to help us today.
Mike Shull's in his 3rd season as the head coach at North Carolina. Shull was a longtime assistant coach at both North Carolina and his alma mater, Penn State, where he was on staff for the Nittany Lions' 1999 National Championship. Bakir Ganesharatnam in his 4th season with Syracuse, but this is his 15th year overall as a head coach, spending 11 seasons at Temple from 2011 to 2021. Mike, as a head coach, what are the early things you're looking for from your team?
Michael, in this sport, the key, Coach Shull referenced it, is the first contact. Serving tough and being able to receive that tough serve. My guess is the teams that are in system the most at the beginning will then come out to a short league, but 2020, close. We'll see what happens after 40 points.
This is the 18th all-time meeting between these schools. The last time the Orange won at home was in 2018. Zaria Harris-Waddy has the first serve for us this afternoon, and we are underway in Syracuse. Pierce lofts it over the top. Waller, received by May. Barrett sets up Hampton, who's blocked by Leia. Sawana Lea's had at least 1 block in every match this season, and she has Syracuse on the board first.
Michael, notice that timing and how she had to delay there, because being a back row attack right there, you don't just jump right away with that hitter in the front row. She delayed, she reset herself, up and over, point Syracuse.
But North Carolina responds with a powerful swing from Jackie Taylor off the assist from Zoe Barron.
Exactly what you would expect off a 3-option pass. Quick middle tempo, ball straight to the ground.
Barron's averaging more than 6 assists per set this season to lead the Tar Heels. Off her serve, Barron with an awkward reception. And Syracuse has an attacking opportunity. Here's Waller. Gets the kill for the Orange.
And that's what good teams do. The Tar Heels gave the Orange a free ball. You have to be able to convert that. That means no attack on the play. They simply sent it over. Libero took it right to the opposite and straight to the ground.
And Maeva with another gorgeous assist. Her first today. We'll be calling her name a lot. It's Reese Tevis with the serve for Syracuse, and that's a service error. Leads the team with 19 aces, but that's her 22nd service error this season.
Yeah, high risk, high reward. You got to take that as the head coach and make sure that at the beginning of the set, just get the jitters out, get it next time around the rotation.
North Carolina setting up the attack. Thorpe has it out wide. Boy, it was a good strike, but just missed the line.
She saw the opening down the line. The pin blocker was a little bit pinched in, and she went for it, but unfortunately a little bit out. I think Coach Shaw is wondering if there's a touch on the play. We shall see.
North Carolina players were looking over towards the bench. Shaw with the arms in the air, but North Carolina will not challenge. So Syracuse does get the point for the 3-2 advantage. Skylar George with the serve for Syracuse. Set up for McLaughlin, who angles it to the perfect spot. Sometimes not about how hard you hit it, but can you place it correctly?
And we called her shot maker Michael, the intro, and there's the first one. That's a really tough cut shot that she was able to execute. No defender can possibly defend that shot.
McLaughlin pulling all the tools out of the bag. Another serve from George. Another good one has North Carolina on its back heels. Maeva sets up McLaughlin once again, who just lofts it over like someone lobbing a water balloon towards her friend.
And there's the second type of shot. So she had the cut shot, and then she had the soft tip right over the block. Again, tough to defend when you're on your heels a little bit, and the Tar Heels were.
Well, how about the start for Syracuse and Skylar George already with a couple of excellent serves. Back at it for the Orange, the Utah transfer. Hampton deflected. George just a bit short, clipped the net and over the sideline.
Sometimes it's just you get those unlucky breaks. It rolled about 3 or 4 feet on the top of the tape and rolled right out of bounds. Just a little bit unlucky there. Could have easily just had a touch, but did not. That's the way the ball bounces sometimes.
Well, the ball now bounces into Jackie Taylor's hands. ACC All-Rookie Team selection last year and the daughter of a former NFL player. Maeva sets up Leia, but it's wide of the sideline.
For all the basketball fans out there, that was what we call a slide. It's almost like a right-handed layup in basketball. You jump off your left foot right to the antenna and try to carve that ball in.
Gives Taylor another serve. Well, this one's too strong, and Syracuse regains a 2-point advantage. Well, Jackie's father, Sean, was a safety who played for the Miami Hurricanes, won the 2001 National Championship, and was the 5th overall pick in the 2004 NFL Draft. Sean, a Pro Bowl safety at one point. Here's Chelsea Thorpe hammering it home. Now, Mike Shaw said that Thorpe can clobber the ball, and she did so there.
Yeah, and that was really the first ball that they went to the opposite with. And for a right-handed hitter on the right-hand side of the court, the timing just a little bit different. That was an outstanding shot right cross court, deep corner, no one home.
So here's freshman Sienna Kaza for the first time. Her excellent serve leads to a point for the Tar Heels as Hampton dunks it home at the net.
And right away, the pressure on the serve got us out of system. It was an overpass, and that's an easy slam dunk for the Tar Heels.
Kaza, a skilled setter and defensive player, but Mike Shaw said what sets her apart is her competitiveness. McLaughlin with a big hit. Now here comes Carolina. And that's going to be an attack hit fault. Foot was on the line, point Syracuse.
Yeah, so for those people that haven't watched the sport a ton, that was a back row tackle. We use a back row player, and when she took her approach, my guess is her left foot was slightly on the line when she hit it, and therefore that's a back row attack. You can't have your back row players just run to the net and hit the ball at the net.
Syracuse, the beneficiary with the 1-point advantage. There's Hampton. First time that we're seeing Sophie Hampton with the kill for North Carolina. That's a player, if you're Syracuse, you don't want to see get going.
No, you do not. And just take a look at that reach. That's, what do you do as a blocker? She reached for it, saw the block, and even cut it inside the block.
Hampton now on the serve for North Carolina, nearly an ace. Here's Harris Waddy blocked. Now Waller blocked, and it's a point for North Carolina as Haley Pierce and Lauren Shutter combine for the Carolina point.
Great coverage by the Orange on the first 2 contacts and the first 2 hits. However, once again, the Carolina blue wall came through 3 times in a row. Last one was for a point.
First North Carolina lead so far in this first set. Here's McLaughlin, and it's enough for the kill. Earlier we saw the finesse, there was the power.
You're right, the third type of shot that we've seen out of her. She's an impressive player at all, what do we say, 5'8" of her?
Exactly. Well, Bakir Ganesha-Ratnam, Syracuse's head coach, said she's multi-dimensional. Yep. We're seeing that so far.
Absolutely, and now she's back at the service line.
Here's Lainey Smith. Boy, you talk about power. Saw it from Smith there.
Yeah, that was an incredible angle that she hit that ball. Again, as a right-hander, you would think that they would reach for the ball and hit cross court. She was able to angle her shoulders and hit down the line. That is really impressive. When we watched that replay, she was an inside-out swing right down the line.
Durham native, started her college career at Illinois, but has transferred closer to home here at North Carolina. Good rally going. George with the opportunity, and it was deflected out. Syracuse with the point.
Yeah, it looks like McCurdy, the lines person, had a touch play on that. And what we see, Michael, is Syracuse keeps on trying to run middle, just like we see right there in the replay. And that's really important to do because you don't want the blockers to start cheating to the outside and doubling the outside the entire time. So people might think it's not working, but it is every single time.
There's McLaughlin, this time a little too much oomph on that attack. North Carolina gets the point. What do you like, though, from Syracuse, hanging with North Carolina so far?
I like they're mixing it up as far as the ball and the distribution of the sets. In addition to that, I believe that they're serving tough right now. My guess is North Carolina has been out of system and serving a little bit less than, or service receives a little bit less than Syracuse is right now.
Well, Syracuse gets the point from Waller. That is her second kill so far today. It's a player you certainly can't forget about. Set up very well.
No, and that was an out-of-system pass right there, and you had to use your forearms to press that ball up, and you obviously want your setter to use their hands, but great out-of-system play by the Orange.
Well, you were just talking about serves. There's an ace for Reese Tevis.
Yeah, that is a ace stat as you can ever see one. Sometimes they hit the ground, sometimes they go in the bleachers. They both count as a point, and an ace for Tevis.
Played her freshman year at Long Island, but transferred to Syracuse in large part because her younger sister, Shay, is committed to the Orange. So might see those two in a Syracuse uniform together next year. As Chelsea Thorpe sends it long, 3 straight points for Syracuse in the Orange with a 12-10 lead.
Yeah, a little bit of rush on the approach right there, and all the hitter had to do was a little bit tight as they tried to just swipe the ball off the block and out of bounds, but it was too long.
Tevis once again serving, and this time sends it too long, so she gets the ace. That's her second error. But when you take a lot of serves, you get 20 aces and 22 errors for Tevis so far this season.
Yeah, and I'm sure Coach has talked to them about the ratio that he wants them to see. Is it 1-to-1? Is it 1-to-2? At the Olympic level, you're happy with 1 ace to 3 misses because it's just a power game. So I'm sure she's doing her job when she gets in there.
Here's Skylar George, and George gets the kill for Syracuse, her second kill.
Not all kills, Michael, have to go to the ground. You know, that's where you see the hands, and it's just called like go off the high hands, and good things happen, and the middle back defender or the outside couldn't quite get over in time.
So Syracuse maintaining its 2-point advantage here in the first set as George serves. Thorpe blocked, but the ball's out of bounds for a North Carolina point. The Syracuse blockers just angled that ball a little too far wide.
Yeah, you're right. They just set up the block, and you could tell by the way they pressed their hands. It was just a little bit more to the left. North Carolina's right, and the ball goes out of ground. A great tool shot by North Carolina.
Just got another look at our impact players. 3 kills for McLaughlin, only 1 kill so far for Hampton, North Carolina's star player. Hampton getting a chance here, and she converts. Well, she must have heard us.
She was motivated by your words there. What a great high reach from her, and she really just elevates. She gets underneath the ball, and you'll see that. Look at that wrist snap at the very top, and that was not through him. That was above both the double blocks.
So 2 kills now for Hampton as North Carolina has tied this first set, and here's Hampton again. How about back-to-back kills for the junior?
Yeah, and that one was, if you saw, was at a much greater angle. That's a very difficult shot to hit as hard and as at that cut angle as she could, because obviously you're working with a lot less court when you cut the ball short.
Taylor with the serve, and at the net, Shutter just dunks it home. 4 straight points for the Tar Heels, who are starting to come alive.
All the timeout, Syracuse. Every volleyball player loves a chance at a joust. But 50-50 ball right in the middle. The ball's above the plane. Who's going to throw that ball down? And that's advantage Tar Heels on that one, Michael.
Syracuse led for much of this first set, but it's 21st ranked North Carolina taking control at our first timeout.